Hey guys. Alright, what we're going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate the correct way to do a row. I see it all the time and everybody thinks they are doing it the correct way, but half the time they're using their arms instead of their back. So what we're going to do today is go step by step through each motion, the stretch position and the contracting position. Alright? So the first mistake most people make is leaning away from the movement. Alright, so when you're doing a row, lean into the weight to get the stretch position, and then you push your chest forward and retract your shoulder blades in the contracted position. What most people do, they'll lean into the stretch, but when they come back, they keep leaning away, using leverage to do the movement. When you're doing that, you're going to start using your arms a lot more than your back. All right. So anatomically, when you're doing the row, stretch, and then when you're going back, you're actually going to do two opposing motions. You're going to push your chest forward and retract your shoulder blades at the same time. Okay? So I'm going to demonstrate the correct way to do it. You're set yourself up. So lean at the hip, stretch to the left, back upright, squeeze in the left. So stretch, push that chest forward, squeeze the left. Now what most people end up doing, they'll stretch and they row and then they just keep leaning back to pull more weight. The middle motion ends up looking like this. And all you're doing here is using your arm. Alright? So just make sure you're stretching and contract. Alright? Now, another thing that we got to go over is in the stretch position. Most people tend to completely lock the arm out. Okay? The problem with that is when you lock the arm out, when you initiate the movement, you're going to stimulate your forearms and your brachialis first instead of using your back. So what I do is kind of teach a soft lockout. So when you go for the stretch position, instead of locking the elbow, keep a slight bend in it at all times. That way you're going to get the stretch in the lap, okay? Instead of locking the arm and pulling with the arm. Alright? So if you're in the contracted position, you go to stretch, you see a slight bend in my arms and stretch in the lap. And you initiate the pull. Most people will lock the elbows and reach. Alright? So make sure you keep a soft bend, row, contract. Contract. Okay? And you can apply this to bent over rows, machine rows where your chest is supported. And another thing with that is when you're doing a chest supported row, instead of leaning back with it, the same thing applies. Set your hips back and lean into the pad. That way when you're initiating the row, you're pushing that chest into the pad and contracting your shoulder blades so you don't use leverage to pull it back. Alright?